is Tuesday, January 19. Welcome to CGN News. The World Health Organization, WHO, is expressing concern that there could be delays for COVID-19 vaccine deliveries to the Caribbean under the COVID-19 Vaccine Global Access COVAX facility. COVAX is designed to provide countries with quick and equitable access to vaccines. Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus says richer countries hoarding the vaccines could affect deliveries expected to begin in April. He called for countries to collaborate to ensure vaccination of health workers and older people within the first 100 days of this year. He also urged rich countries to be transparent. Jamaica's Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, has expressed sadness at the passing of cultural icon the Reverend Father Easton Lee, who died in Florida Monday. He was 89. Lee, a former broadcaster, was also an orator, playwright, award-winning television and radio producer, and theater director. All of this as he worked as communications consultant and a minister of religion. He was also part of the Caribbean Thespians Dramatic Society, establishing himself as a major acting talent. Easton Lee's contribution has guaranteed him his niche in the annals of culture and arts in the Jamaican nation, Grange said in a release. Nominations are now open for young leaders to apply to stand for positions on the Commonwealth Youth Council, the body which represents 1.4 billion young people in the Commonwealth. The council is seeking candidates for its 9 executive positions to serve from 2021 to 2023. The Commonwealth said the elected candidates will develop and run the council, give recommendations for youth development, and attend high-level policy-shaping forums across the world. Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland said it is important now more than ever to harness their impressive talent and unique perspective in recovery and rebuilding efforts. Guyana's COVID-19 fighting capacity is to be boosted with the arrival of a field hospital from Qatar later this week. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony said the mobile hospital will accommodate 60 beds. It will also be fully equipped with the necessary equipment to treat critically ill patients. The field hospital is part of the realization of a commitment made by Qatar to the Guyana government last October, the CMC reports. President Dr. Mohammed Ifran Ali and Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, had held discussions on the country's bilateral relations. Following a deadly weekend in which gangsters snuffed out the lives of 25 Jamaicans and left several injured, the state has pledged to ramp up the fight against crime. In St. James, where 6 persons were killed, Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis is calling for a reinstatement of a state of emergency, a Gleaner report stated. On Monday, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, who is also Member of Parliament MP for St. James Northwestern, visited the area seeking to assure residents that every effort is being made to restore calm and bring the criminals to justice. Overseas now, U.S. President-elect Joe Biden has moved to dismiss a new White House decree on COVID travel rules as Donald Trump enters his final full day in office. In one of his latest orders, Trump had tried to end travel bans for visitors from much of Europe and Brazil. Biden's spokeswoman said now was not the time to be easing travel measures. Joe Biden will take office at around midday on Wednesday, although much of the spotlight is on Trump's final moves, including presidential pardons. Security is intense in Washington, D.C. ahead of the inauguration ceremony. Thousands of National Guard Reserve soldiers have been deployed in the wake of the storming of the Capitol building by a pro-Trump mob on January 6 that left 5 people dead. Scientists have discovered a new coronavirus variant in California as the state continues to struggle with a rising number of cases and deaths. The strain was first seen in Denmark, but does not appear to be a more infectious one in the European country that was linked to minks and led to 17 million of the animals being culled in November. This new variant, known as L452R, dates back to samples as early as May in the Golden State. It has been linked to multiple outbreaks in Santa Clara County, including one in a Kaiser Permanente emergency room that sickened more than 90 and led to one death. Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga vowed Monday to get the pandemic under control and hold the already postponed Olympics this summer. Addressing the new session of Parliament, Suga said his government would revise laws to make antivirus measures enforceable with penalties and compensation. Early in the pandemic, Japan was able to keep its virus caseload manageable with requests for businesses to close or operate with social distancing and for people to stay home. But recent weeks have seen several highs in new cases per day. Suga said his government aims to start vaccination by late February. And finally, a court in Thailand has sentenced a former civil servant to a record prison term of 43 years and 6 months for breaching the country's strict law on insulting or defaming the monarchy. The Bangkok Criminal Court on Tuesday found the woman guilty on 29 counts of violating the country's law for posting audio clips to Facebook and YouTube with comments deemed critical of the monarchy. The BBC reports that the sentence, which comes amid a continuing protest movement that has seen unprecedented public criticism of the monarchy, was swiftly condemned by rights groups. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.